Most people believe that living to 100 is all about exercising every day, pushing the body to its limits and following strict fitness routines. But what if that's not the key at all? What if the real secret to longevity has little to do with intense workouts and everything to do with something far simpler? Research on centenarians, people who live to 100 or beyond, reveals that while movement is important, it's not about how much you exercise, but how you live your daily life. In this video, we're uncovering 5 powerful lifestyle habits that have been linked to extreme longevity, all backed by studies of the world's longest living populations. These aren't complicated fitness regimens or strict diets. They are natural habits that support health in a sustainable, effortless way. If you're hoping to increase your chances of living a long, fulfilling life, this information is something you can't afford to miss. Stay tuned until the end because some of these habits might surprise you. They don't require you to become a marathon runner or spend hours at the gym, but they do require a shift in how you approach your health, your relationships, and your mindset. Now, let's get started. Number 1, prioritizing strong social connections. One of the greatest secrets to a long, fulfilling life is the strength of our relationships. Over the years, countless studies have shown that deep, meaningful social connections aren't just a luxury, they're a lifeline. For instance, research has demonstrated that individuals with active, supportive relationships have up to a 50% higher chance of living longer compared to those who are isolated. In fact, some experts compare the detrimental effects of loneliness to smoking or obesity in terms of health risks. In addition, nurturing these bonds can bring laughter, comfort, and mutual understanding that enriches our inner spirit, providing true joy beyond material success. I remember meeting Mr. Harold at a local community center, a gentle soul who shared stories about his friends, family, and neighbors. Harold, who celebrated his 92nd birthday last year, believed that staying connected with loved ones and participating in community activities was as crucial as any medicine. He often said that the real life lessons from the elderly are found in the bonds we share. His close Kek friendships and the long, heartfelt conversations he enjoyed with his peers enriched his days and kept him cheerful and mentally alert. Every time I listened to him, his words resonated with hope, gently urging us to embrace life with compassion, curiosity, and a loving heart. Take, for example, Mrs. Eleanor, a spirited woman in her 80s who made it a habit to host weekly tea gatherings with her neighbors. Her home became a haven where stories were exchanged, laughter was abundant, and mutual care was a given. It wasn't just about the tea or the snacks. It was about weaving a fabric of relationships that supported each person through life's ups and downs. Her gatherings blossomed into sacred moments of shared wisdom and joyous celebration, echoing the warmth of a supportive community that uplifts and nourishes every soul present. Studies also show that social engagement lowers stress levels and reduces cortisol, a hormone associated with chronic stress. This means that by simply spending quality time with others, our hearts and bodies benefit with better cardiovascular health and a more robust immune response. Furthermore, the everyday interactions and shared smiles help create a positive outlook and strengthen our mental resilience, turning simple conversations into cherished sources of healing and support. Reflecting on these examples, think about your own circle of friends and loved ones. Do you recall a time when a heartfelt conversation or the company of a cherished friend made even the most challenging day more bearable? Perhaps consider a memory when a warm embrace, a kind word, or a shared laugh lifted your spirits and reminded you that you are never truly alone in this beautiful journey. Can you remember a specific moment when sharing a laugh or a story with a friend or loved one made a big difference in your day? Number 2, eating in moderation and following a natural diet. Another life lesson from the elderly is the art of eating simply and mindfully. Many of us have been told that living longer doesn't mean following strict diets or counting every calorie. Older adults know it's not about extreme restrictions, it's about balance and savoring what nature provides. In some of the world's longest living communities, places like Okinawa in Japan, people practice what is known as the 80% rule. They eat until they're about 80% full, allowing their bodies to digest food with ease and preventing the harm caused by overeating. This gentle approach not only honors the natural rhythm of the body, but also encourages us to appreciate each bite as a nurturing act of self-care, deepening our connection to life's simple pleasures and natural bounty. I recall my dear friend Ruth, who recently celebrated her 82nd birthday. Ruth always had a twinkle in her eye when she talked about her meals, not because they were extravagant, but because she truly enjoyed them. Growing up, she had always been a hearty eater, finishing every plate served. However, later in life, she began to notice that her energy waned after heavy meals, and she was often troubled by indigestion. After a conversation with a trusted nutritionist, Ruth began to shift her habits. She started enjoying smaller, more balanced portions, emphasized fresh vegetables and whole grains, and learned the value of taking her time to appreciate every bite. The results were transformative. Her digestion improved, she felt more energetic, and her general health saw a marked improvement. Her inspiring journey reminds us that small, mindful changes in how we savor our food can open the door to a more vibrant, healthful life, cultivating a renewed joy in every meal shared. Many centenarians maintain their health by eating primarily natural, unprocessed foods, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, and lean proteins. There's a wonderful simplicity in choosing whole foods over those riddled with artificial ingredients or preservatives. This isn't about giving up on the foods you love, but about honoring your body by giving it the natural nourishment it needs. Embracing this way of eating fosters a mindful relationship with food, turning every meal into a celebration of life's abundance and reinforcing the timeless wisdom passed down through generations. Moreover, recent studies have observed that those who adopt mindful eating practices and maintain moderate portions are less likely to develop chronic conditions such as diabetes and heart disease. By simply adjusting how we eat, we're not only taking care of our physical selves, but also cultivating a more mindful connection to the act of nourishment. Such research reinforces the idea that food is not merely fuel but an intimate expression of care for our bodies, reminding us that every thoughtful bite helps build a healthier, more resilient future. While reflecting on your meals, think back to a time when you shared a simple, delicious meal with family or friends. Perhaps it was a Sunday lunch that brought everyone together, or a quiet dinner where you and a dear friend exchanged comforting words. Recall the aroma of freshly prepared food, the gentle laughter around the table, and the genuine warmth of shared moments that turned everyday dining into a cherished ritual of love and togetherness. If you're still here, thank you for sharing this quiet moment with me. If today's message touched something true in your life, just comment number 2 so I know you're here. And if you haven't yet, I'd love for you to subscribe and tap the bell so you won't miss what's next. This channel is a gentle space where experience matters, kindness is shared, and growing older means something. I'm truly grateful you're here. Number 3, managing stress and practicing mindful living. Now, let's talk about stress, the silent weight we often carry with us. It's said that if we can learn to manage our stress, we can essentially add years to our lives. The chronic tension many of us experience is not just in our minds, it takes a toll on our bodies too. Prolonged stress leads to elevated levels of cortisol, contributing to issues like hypertension, inflammation, and even reduced cognitive function. However, the life lessons from the elderly show us that managing stress is not about eliminating worry entirely. It's about learning to navigate it with grace, acceptance, and mindfulness. Recognizing our stress and adopting mindful coping strategies empowers us to build resilience, nurture our hearts, and preserve our vitality. I vividly remember my friend Leonard who, after spending decades as a high-pressure executive, found that retirement brought a surprising challenge: the stress of having too much free time. Leonard's days were once filled with the chaos of deadlines and responsibilities, but then he found himself feeling restless, anxious, and worried about things he had never given much thought before. In his search for peace, Leonard discovered mindfulness. He began his mornings with gentle walks, incorporated deep breathing exercises into his routine, and set aside time for quiet reflection each day. Slowly but surely, he noticed remarkable improvements. His sleep became more restful, his blood pressure stabilized, and he felt a deep sense of calm that he hadn't experienced in years. Leonard's transformation not only brought him newfound peace, but also deeply inspired many to embrace a calmer, more reflective lifestyle. Mindfulness doesn't require us to attend fancy retreats or adopt rigid meditation practices. Rather, it's about integrating moments of stillness into our everyday lives. Whether it's sitting quietly with a cup of tea, tending a garden, or simply observing the beauty of nature, these moments can help reset our minds and soothe our spirits. Embracing such simple moments enhances our appreciation for life's beauty, sparking inner calm and igniting sparks that brighten our days. Research suggests that those who engage in regular mindfulness practices tend to have lower levels of stress and a reduced risk of age cognitive decline. Their daily rituals, often passed down as part of life lessons from the elderly, remind us that stress can be managed by embracing a slower pace and focusing on the present. In addition, these mindful practices cultivate gratitude, foster emotional well-being, and create environments where every moment becomes a cherished memory. As we consider our own lives, remember the times when a simple pause, the quiet before the storm, a moment of reflection helped you regain your sense of calm. Reflect on those gentle pauses that restored your inner peace, allowing you to reconnect with nature, family, and life's rhythm. Can you recall a moment when you managed to find peace amid life's challenges, and what helped you achieve that calm? Number 4, staying mentally active and continuously learning. One of the more delightful life lessons from the elderly comes in the form of lifelong learning and mental engagement. Our minds, like our bodies, need regular exercise. Over the years, many of us witness the decline of physical strength, but mental strength can be preserved and even strengthened with the right practices. The brain, when challenged, remains sharp and vibrant. Exploring novel ideas through art, literature, and travel adds invaluable experiences, enriching our wisdom and ultimately rejuvenating our inner spark. Take the example of Mrs. Laura, an 85-year-old retired school teacher. For years, Laura had shared her wisdom with generations of students, only to realize later in life that she too needed challenges to keep her mind active. So, she enrolled in a community art class and started dabbling in watercolor painting, a hobby she had never explored as a young woman. Alongside her new artistic pursuit, Laura also began solving puzzles, reading about new topics, and engaging in lively discussions with her friends at the local library. The result was astounding. She felt more alert, her creativity blossomed, and she experienced a sense of excitement every day. Laura's story is a testament to the notion that learning is a lifelong journey, and that staying curious is one of the most rewarding ways to age gracefully. Her inspirational journey reminds us that embracing change with enthusiasm transforms even the quietest moments into opportunities for joyful self-discovery. The benefits of mental stimulation are well documented. Studies have shown that regular mental engagement can slow down cognitive decline, improve memory, and even delay the onset of conditions like dementia. It is heartening to know that every new skill you learn or every book you read can be a step toward maintaining your mental agility. Investing time in creative hobbies, engaging conversations, and learning nurtures our mind, fostering resilience and mental health throughout our lives. Remember, it's not about formal education or solving complex problems. It's about finding joy in acquiring new knowledge and staying curious. Engaging in simple activities like chatting with a friend about current events, playing card games, or even taking up a new language can keep your mind young and active. Think back to a time when learning something new brought you unexpected joy. A craft you picked up, a story that opened a new door of understanding, or a game that challenged and delighted you. Cherish the excitement of discovery, as each new learning experience paints your world with colors of wonder, possibility, and joy. If you're still here, thank you for sharing this quiet moment with me. If today's message touched something true in your life, just comment number 4 so I know you're here. And if you haven't yet, I'd love for you to subscribe and tap the bell so you won't miss what's next. This channel is a gentle space where experience matters, kindness is shared, and growing older means something. I'm truly grateful you're here. Number 5, having a strong sense of purpose and a daily routine. One of the most consistent traits found among people who live past 100 isn't a perfect diet, strict exercise routine, or even access to top-tier healthcare. It's a strong sense of purpose. Centenarians across the world tend to wake up each day with a clear reason for living, whether it's caring for family, contributing to their community, or simply enjoying the small pleasures of life. This sense of purpose isn't just emotionally fulfilling, it has been scientifically linked to lower stress levels, better heart health, and even a longer lifespan. When people have a sense of purpose, their bodies respond differently to stress by producing lower levels of cortisol, experiencing better sleep, and adopting healthier habits overall. Studies have shown that individuals with a strong life purpose are significantly less likely to suffer from chronic diseases, depression, or cognitive decline. In contrast, those who lose their sense of purpose, often after retirement or major life changes, are at greater risk for health issues and early mortality. Consider the case of 87-year-old Frank. After retiring from his career in carpentry, he felt restless and a little lost without a work routine to give his life meaning. When his granddaughter asked him to teach her how to build simple wooden furniture, something changed. Frank started spending his mornings in his workshop, sharing his skills and passing on his knowledge. The shift was immediate, his energy returned, his mood improved, and even his doctor noticed positive changes in his overall health. In many of the world's longest living cultures, a strong sense of purpose is a central part of daily life. In Okinawa, Japan, it is known as ikigai, a deep sense of meaning that keeps people engaged well into old age. In Sardinia, Italy, many centenarians continue to work in their gardens, care for animals, or help younger generations in their families. The key isn't the specific task itself, it's the feeling that what they do still matters. Another important aspect of longevity is having a structured daily routine. Many centenarians follow consistent routines that bring stability to their lives, whether it's waking up at the same time each day, engaging in light activity, or maintaining simple daily rituals. A predictable routine can lower stress, improve sleep, and even enhance digestion. Additionally, integrating natural movement throughout the day, such as walking to visit friends, tending to a garden, or handling everyday responsibilities, keeps the body active without the strain of high-impact workouts. What is one meaningful activity or role in your life that has given you purpose, and how has it helped shape who you are today? Final thoughts. As we draw our conversation to a close, I hope you can feel the warmth and care embedded in these life lessons from the elderly. Each habit we've discussed today, nurturing strong social connections, eating in moderation, and embracing natural foods, managing stress through mindfulness, keeping our minds active through continuous learning, and cultivating a deep sense of purpose, contributes to a tapestry of well-being that has helped so many of us live long, joyful lives. I invite you to reflect on these practices and consider how they might gently reshape your daily routine. Aging is a process full of change, and while it may bring challenges, it also offers us the opportunity to connect more deeply with one another, to rediscover forgotten passions, and to experience life in fresh and meaningful ways. Just as the old friends in our cherished communities have shown us, it is in the simple, everyday moments that true longevity and happiness are found. In the echoes of our shared memories, the chorus of laughter at family gatherings, the quiet comfort of a heartfelt conversation over tea, and the soft glow of early morning light, we are reminded that life is not about perfection, but about the beauty of continuous, gentle growth. Before we part, I'd like to share a proverb that has guided many through the years. The longer I live, the more I realize that life is about the moments we share and the love we give. May this thought stay with you and bring you comfort, inspire hope, and encourage resilience as you continue on your journey. Remember, dear friends, that every day is an opportunity to create memories, share love, and pass on life lessons from the elderly that are woven through decades of experience and wisdom. Thank you for spending this time with me tonight. I hope our conversation has sparked a light in your heart and reminded you of the simple, yet profound ways in which we can all thrive. Until next time, take care, cherish your memories, and live each day with the warmth and dignity you deserve. And before you go, if you found value in our conversation, please do take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. Your support not only inspires me to keep sharing these life lessons from the elderly, but also helps build a loving, caring community where we can all share our experiences and grow together. Stay well, and may your days be filled with joy and meaningful connections.